This video is boring, bad editing, I talk slow, nothing fancy. But this is also the most important video I have posted on this channel. Because while you're losing monetization, getting hit with reused content, watching your channel going down, the problem was never your niche, your topic, it was the editing. And nobody is showing that properly because nobody wants to make a boring video. These are my results. 1 year, same niche, same type of videos. While most channels in this space gets demonetized in a few weeks, mine stayed up. And in this video I'll show you exactly what most editors are doing wrong. The mistakes that are getting your channels flagged, demonetized and killed without you even knowing it. That's what this video is about. Alright, so how you can make these ranking shorts and make it transformative and actually be able to monetize them through Google AdSense and not get demonetized. So let's get started. In my media pool here, I'm having my source video media files, which you can get from TikTok right here. As you can see, I'm typing squishy dumpling unboxing. I'm going to show you how you can edit it in a transformative way so you don't get trouble by YouTube. As always, you can browse your videos here. After selecting the videos that you like, you can use this website to get you the clips. After you're in CapCut, you imported your media. You can also import a few images like this one or this one, some meme ones. And I'm using some sound effects that are built in CapCut, which is the click, another click, like a photo click, and a vinyl. This is very popular sound effect. You can access this through clicking on the audio. Then you can go to sound effects and you can type here, let's say click, and you can select the clicks that you like, something like this. Some of them are free and some of them are using the pro version. I'm using the pro version. Anyway, the pro version is just 9 or 10 bucks a month, so it's not a deal breaker if you want to succeed in ranking shorts. About the Vine Boom sound effect, you can go to YouTube and look for Vine Boom sound effect in the search bar and get it from there. So let's go with the most important things. You need to import your video footages. As I said, it's already here, and you need to rewatch each of them in order to have a better understanding of what the actual video is about and how you can rank them properly. Of course, you want to start with the most shocking one, for example, so you can grab their attention, use it as a hook, so the viewer can continue watching all of the video until the very end. So let's say that I went to the store and weighed the dumplings, and I know this is the diamond dumpling, so I want to start this video by saying that this one is going to be in front. If you didn't know, there's the dumplings, and I know this is the diamond dumplings. So I want to start with this phrase right here. And I know this is the diamond dumplings. I know that this is the diamond dumplings, so I'm going to cut it like this. And I know this is the diamond dumplings. And I'm going to cut it right here using Control B. So I can make a razor cut here. As you can see, now I have 2 clips. And after she's saying that, I know this is the diamond dumpling, I want to go straight into opening without wasting any more time. Just like that. Just before she opens it. Right here. So I'm going to cut this part. And I had this so far. I know this is the diamond dumplings. 2, 1. And I want to end it right here. So as you can see, I have 7 seconds for the first one. And imagine if you have 4 of them, 7 seconds each, for example, it's 28 seconds, and a few voiceover will add it another 1 or 2 seconds in between each one, and you have a clip of total of about 32 seconds. That's one of my favorite lengths for short videos, around 30 seconds plus minus 2 seconds. So this is going to be the first clip. So before we do anything, I'm not using any commentary on the very first one. So the hook is going to be this video itself. So I'm just going to add an effect on it. So I'm highlighting it. I'm going to animations, and my favorite is zoom 1. You can find it also in the trending, for example, or you can use some of these. I'm going to make it a little bit faster, something like 0.3, and I'm going to add a click. This shutter click. I'm going to add it just under. I'm gonna leave it like that. I know this is
I know this is the diamond dumplings. 2, 1. I know this is the.
So that's my first clip. Now I need to start the second one. I'm gonna use this one for the second clip. So I'm going to cut it right here and mute this part, so that is dead silent. I'm going to add a vine boom right here. The moment when the clip is cutting, zooming in his dumpling, I'm going to add the vine boom right there, making about this long and not that loud, something like this. I'm also going to lower the volume on the video so that my sound effect can be more effective, like this. And I'm gonna cut the clip right here. So now when she's pulling it, I'm going to cut the clip again, and now I'm going to zoom in, something like that. And I'm going to add another vine boom right here, and it should be something like this. Dead silent, vine boom effect, another vine boom.
I know.
So I silenced this part right here because I will add a commentary. Usually you can do it by recording a voiceover from here, selecting this icon and recording a voiceover. It's better to record it yourself, not using any AI tools. But for this example, I'm going to use the voiceover text-to-speech from CapCut. But this is just for example. Usually, ideally, you want to record it yourself with your own voice, even if it's bad as mine. So I'm going to add a text. So I'm selecting text and I'm leaving just the default text right here. I'm going to do it at the end. So I'm naming it voiceover 1 and I'm importing the next clip, which is going to be this one. Let's preview the clip.
I know this is.
And I'm going to end the clip right here. So the first part, again, I'm going to silence it completely. Then I'm going to add the vine the moment she's opening this glitter one. So I'm adding another vine boom right there. Also, I'm making another cut right here. The time the vine boom is happening, I also want to have a little zoom in, not too dramatic, just zooming into the glitter one. By the time she's screaming, I want to have another vine boom and another zoom. This time it will be on her. And here I'll also add another zoom. This time on her friend. And that's enough for this clip. Here I'm going to duplicate this one. And this will be voiceover number 2. And my last clip will be this one. For most of my videos I'm using just a ranking of 4 videos, even though it's very popular to do it with 5.
So let's unbox them together. I drove literally 3 hours to get these dumplings. I've been looking for months. First dumpling, here we go. It's not glitter! On to the next. Please be glitter.
So I'm watching the clip, examining what's happening to see something shocking and use it as my last clip. Usually this is something when she's freaking out. I'm going to use that. But for this clip, she's not freaking out that much, so I'm going to bait the viewers at the end.
I drove literally 3 hours to get these dumplings. I've been looking for months. First dumpling, here we go. Unbox them together. I drove.
Okay, so I'm going to use this phrase right here. and I'm going to end it just right where she opens the dumpling. Okay, and just before she starts explaining, I'm going to mute this first part, so it's going to be dead silenced. This is the part where I'll leave the voiceover. This is going to be voiceover number 3. It's not going to be exact that length, but I'm just marking it so I know what I need to do next. So this is going to be the silent part.
I drove literally 3 hours to get these dumplings.
So here is some story. She drove 3 hours, so that's another bait.
I drove literally 3 hours to get these dumplings. I've been looking for months. First dumpling, here we go. And I know this is...
Yeah, and the clip is ending right here. Even if you're not showing anything, the viewer already stayed until the end of the clip, so it's a win. And some people are baiting them by having 5 ranking shorts and not showing the last ranking short. I'm using 4 shorts and I'm not showing the last one. I'm having an actual video for the last one, but I'm not showing the culmination of the video. So, okay, that's my baseline. This is my 4 clips right here. And I left some space here for voiceover, which is going to be readjusted. Actually, I didn't leave any sound effects on the first and last one. I'll do it now.
2.
Actually, the moment where she's opening it, right here, I'm gonna add another volume, like
2.
this.
1.
The moment she's screaming is where these waveforms are the highest, so it should be right here. I'm also going to cut for about 1.5 seconds. I'm going to zoom just a tiny bit, something like 1/16% on the scale. I'm going to go on effects. I'm going to look for a shake. This first one should be looking good. And this is too much, so I'm going to reduce the speed and a lot of the strength. I want to jiggle just a little bit so that it feels natural. Yeah, something like this. Yeah. So I'm previewing just the first one and we're going to move on with the editing.
I know this is the diamond dumplings. 2. 1.
Yeah. So, and next we need to draw the pyramid, which is the ranking text on the screen. So we're going to leave the default text right here. We're going to drag it all the way to the end. And this will be, let's say, the title, ranking best squishy dumplings. Usually it's unboxing dumplings or the best or the funniest. It's up to you. It doesn't bring any much value to the video, so it doesn't matter that much. Also, you can change the font, the style, the color. Let's actually do it. For example, I can use TT Ford's Trail Black, which is one of my favorites. And my other favorite is Obelix Pro. That's why they are in my favorites, so I'm using these two. But if you start with one text style, make sure to stick out with it for the rest of your videos. So let's do it with this one. I like to use white, yellow, and green. So either you're using best or the worst or the funniest, I'm also always using this type of green. It doesn't matter what word is saying there. And for the main keyword, which is squishy dumpling or squishy dumpling unboxing or whatever, I'm always using it on yellow. Again, the color is up to your liking, but something like this. Then I'm adding a stroke. It is just the default one with the values of 40. I'm not adding anything from the shadow, glow, background or whatever. It's not that important, as I said. And I'm leaving it small like this, about this size right here. So next, I'm adding another default text on top of it. I'm stretching it also at the very end, starting from beginning. And this one is going to be the numbers. I'm also using it the same font style as the title, which is TT Force Trail Black. And in here on the line, I'm increasing the line so they're separated from each other like this. And don't leave it at the very left side of it, because some devices are going to be cut it and people are going to see it like this on their phones. So make sure you leave it a little bit to the right, not maximum to the left side of it. Okay, something like this. And some people are using like gold, silver, browns on the colors. It doesn't really matter that much. It's not bringing any values. So I'm just using a random colorful colors for each of them. You don't actually need to. And the last one, I'm going to leave it on white like this. And this one, again, I'm going to use a stroke for it so they can read it easily. And then we're going to add another default text on top of this one. And this is going to be, again, for the last one. Title 4. Again, the same style. And I'm going to use this preset style right here. I'm going to reduce it to about size of 12. And I'm going to leave it right here. And then on my timeline, I can copy it. And this will be title 3. I can leave it here on 3. Copy it again. Control and drag to copy it. Or you can right click and copy, I think, yes. And right click and paste if you don't want to use the shortcut key. This will be title number 2. I'm not going to name them right now. I'm making just a macro. And this will be title number 1. And again, when you preview your video, you can name them as you want. And now you can see that my first video is ending right here. So title 3 is going to appear from this part of the clip until the end. My third clip is starting from here. So title 2 is going to start from here. And my first clip, which is title 1, is going to start from here. So as you can see, now I can see just title 4. When my second clip starts, title 3 is appearing. When third clip is starting, title 2 is appearing, and so on for the first one. Or fifth one if you have 5 ones, 5 videos. Also, naming them is not that important. So in the first one, she's talking about diamond dumplings. So let's say here, let's type. Actually, I also like using big letters for the titles. So I'm gonna make it like that. The first one is the diamond dumpling. This one is a glitter. So I'm not using much of my imagination, but it's not that important. So you should not focus on these names right here. You should focus on the voiceover. On the next one, I know that she's stealing her dumpling. So I'm typing Y.
I drove literally 3 hours to get these dumplings. I've been looking.
And I'm typing finally here so that viewers can stay until the very end and see what actually finally did happen. That way they are watching all the way to the end. Okay, so now when we got our title on each clip, we need to add the voiceover for each one. Again, I told you, you can go to this section right here. When you need to add the voiceover, press this voiceover icon, and then you can press this red dot and start recording. Make sure your microphone is set up correctly here and start recording your voiceover, and redo it if you don't like it. But it is just taking you 2 seconds for each clip, so it's not a big deal. In my case, I'm going to use text-to-speech because I'm recording and using the software now and I cannot record with the voiceover, but you need to use the voiceover from the software. So let's, for example, use commentary on this short right here, which is the second one. We're going to do commentary on second, third, and fourth clip. I never do on the first one because it's ruining my swipe retention. Many people are clicking off when they hear the voice right in the beginning of the clip, so I'm not using that. So let's first preview the clip and see what we can say in the clip. So basically she's stealing his boyfriend dumpling right here. So we can say something like, it should be something like an opinion based, not like what actually happens. Okay, let's say no more, no way she did that. I'm going to go to text to speech, which in my case, this is not important.
No way she did that.
And by not important, I mean that you're not going to use text to speech, you're going to do voiceover yourself. I'm doing it just for example. So the key in here is to add an actual opinion of the video, not just something that they said in the video and you can re-say it here. You have to add something different, and the more personal it is, the better. So you just have to make a voiceover saying, no way she did that. And that's it. So I'm going to make it with the text to speech, but you have to do it with voiceover. I'm not going to say that again. So after you have the voiceover,
No way she did that.
actually it's a little bit slower. So I'm going to speed it up. I'm highlighting it, going to speed. Yeah, that's more like it. So now it covers the silent part, and I can delete this because I don't need the text.
No way she did that.
Yeah. So now this one. And now she's stealing the dumpling again. So I'm gonna say, not again, not again.
Not again.
I'm deleting the text. And I'm going to speed this a little by 1.2 again, so that it covers the silent part exactly. And after that, the clips continue.
Not again.
And actually, I will also add a little shake in here. I reduce the speed and strength. Okay, and now on to the last one.
I drove literally 3 hours to get these dumplings.
And now voice over this. She finally did this.
She finally did this.
Again, deleting this one, increasing the speed of the voiceover so it matches the length of this silent part, and it's going to look like this.
She finally did this.
I drove literally 3 hours to get.
And actually you can, after the silent part on the original clip that you're about to play afterwards, you can add an animation, another quick zoom like this. 0.3 is just enough. I'm going to do this with every clip. I'm going to add it here as well. I'm going to add it here when this clip is also
No way.
begins.
No.
And also I'm going to add a click, this shutter click, that my clip actually starts with it. I'm going to add it. Actually,
no,
this is not the part where I want this. It's here. Yeah. So I add a shutter click here as well. And it should be looking something like this.
No way she did that.
Yeah. I'll add a shutter click right here as well. So I'm just gonna hold Alt, left click and drag it. This is how you can copy. If you wonder how I copy stuff around here. And I can get it once again and leave it on the last piece as well, right here. So now we need some more visuals. Before we continue editing, I'm going to start to process this videos right here by making them HD quality. So I'm going to highlight them and select here the HD icon. Just hover over with the mouse and then select enhance quality. And in here you can select HD, Ultra HD or AI HD. HD in my case is just enough. So I'm clicking it, and as you can see, it is processing here. Each clip is going to go to every single section and load it to HD quality. As you can see here on the left side, it is processing now. So while this is happening, you can continue editing so you don't waste any time later on when you want to export the video. And now let's make the captions. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with this one as well, but I'm going to cover it. It's a pro version. So I'm clicking on generate. I really recommend you getting the pro version of CapCut. It is very cheap and it saves you a lot of time. So let's see it now. As you can see, here is the caption and it's looking very bad. So you need to improve it. So highlighting every captions like this, it should be highlighted by default when you created it. Animations, then go to captions. And in here you can look for effect. And I recommend using the bounce. And I'm not going to find it in here. You can type it in here, the bounce, so you can see it. Mine is in favorites. It's color bounce actually. Selecting it. And now it should be looking like this.
I know this is the diamond dumplings.
It is still very bad, but this is just the beginning. Now let's go to text. I'm going to change the font. Again, the same font I'm using for the title, the numbers, the naming of each number on the ranking, and the captions are the same font. It helps a little bit with the video, making it more presenting. Now, well, everything from the captions is still highlighted. I'm selecting bold. I'm selecting this preset style right here. I'm increasing the size to about 200 right here. This is a very small caption style. This TT4 trail back. So a values of 200 on the scale is just enough. If you're using the obelisk one, it is getting even bigger. So if you're using the obelisk, make sure you on the scale you're putting it on about 150 or 160. It's going to be the same. But if you use a scale of 150 for the other font, it's going to be way smaller, so make sure you leave it on 200. After doing that, to make it even pop even more, you just have to increase the stroke thickness. It is already by default checked, so you need just to increase it. I'm leaving mine always on 70. So it should be looking like this. I'm gonna zoom in.
I know this is the diamond dumplings. 2, 1.
Yeah, this should be something. And again, this part where she's screaming, I wanna extend it a little bit and rewrite it. And I can readjust it. It's not always perfect. So that's about it.
Not again! She finally did this.
I drove literally 3 hours to get these dumplings. I've been looking for months for.
It's pretty good, I think.
I know this is the diamond dumpling.
And this should be the video.